All right. Yeah. What were you trying to tell me?
Uh, no, no, it's fine. I was able to get it.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Anyways, yeah, this is the Overrated Podcast, episode 141. I am one of your co-hosts, Who be 321 on Twitter. And with me, as always, is Traditionalist 101. What's going on?
Yeah, to Jerusalem List 101's here. It's good to be back to some degree. We should have done it on Monday, but we had a little bit of an issue with technology,
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
always.
And technology almost kicked us in the ass today. Also,
I actually thought
so,
I thought we was gonna cancel today since how
no.
long it took.
Because computer decided to do a quick update. So I was like, okay, all right, this is a pain in the ass, but we're good. We're fine. We're actually, truth be told, we're actually starting a little earlier, which is good. Normally we would start these things around 8 o'clock, but I do work later on today, so
We actually would have started much earlier than that, but we had your update issue
hmm
took
but you know,
a little while.
yeah, but we're good. We're good. Like I said, I mean, I don't really have anything else to share. I mean, this past weekend was pretty normal for me. I did beat Spider-Man 2 finally, and
Oh, so how was the overall experience for you?
I thought it was excellent. I thought the whole game was excellent. Definitely looking forward to the third one. So there's definitely a lot of stuff going on, and they're setting up a lot of things, setting up new characters to come in. It's gonna be. I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to it.
So so if you, by based on the ending, it is for sure we're going to have another one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It didn't. It didn't. It didn't. It didn't. Well, it kind of ended in a cliffhanger, but yeah, but
Oh, it
they're
did.
yeah, yeah, kind of did, but there's got a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff.
Okay. So based on like if you had to rate from 0 to 10 or a letter grade, like what would you give it?
I think I gave the first game a 9 point. I think I gave it a 9.25. I'm gonna give Spider-Man 2 a nine, a 9. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Oh, a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I think obviously there are stuff that they I would like to see them improve on in the future. Like probably better. I think there's some of the missions weren't as good as they were in the past when it comes to like the side content.
Oh, my bad.
That was
Go
all.
ahead.
The story. the story and everything going on, I thought was better in this one than it was last in the last game. That's saying something. 'Cause I really liked the story in the last game. I really like the
Okay, so,
story.
so the story in the last game you think was better than this one?
No, this one I think is better,
Okay.
slightly better. Yeah, but I thought the mission overall, I thought the mission structure overall, when it comes to the side content, was better in the original Spider-Man game.
Hmm.
So yeah, but I mean, but overall, I dug the game. I really like the game.
Okay, okay. So you beat the game, and I mean that sounds like a yeah, you had an okay weekend. I guess that was fine.
Yeah, yeah. What about you?
Well, for me, let me see. There was, I think all I did was, let me see. No, well, actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll say it. Well, there was we had a crazy little debate in the Discord, but it was really because of my announcement where there was it was shared that a baby got rescued, and after that it was a little bit of a crazy argument that I had in the Discord. So a couple people got upset about the situation, but hey, at the end of the day, I was happy about it. um I am gonna go there again, this Saturday, and see if we could get another rescue. And if that happens, hooray. And if it doesn't, we'll just try again next time. But speaking of all of that, there is a couple. I need to give out a couple of shout outs. And you actually shared this video. It's not a topic, but did you watch the top 8 with the Tekken tournament?
For the PlayStation thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the first couple matches, but I had to leave to go to work, so I haven't gotten a chance to watch the whole thing.
Okay, then we'll just save that one for for. I mean, if you watch the rest of it, because because what happened with me, you might laugh. What happened with me? What I was watching, I was watching it also,
Hmm.
but then I came to realization I watched the one that happened a month ago, and so the whole entire time I'm thinking that it was the tournament that you sent, but for some reason it sent me to the other one that was like a month prior to the one that you had sent me.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was very very weird, and I said, okay, well, there's really no point, but I still wanted to give a shout out because I was on the assumption that you watched it, that you watched the whole thing,
Yeah,
but since you didn't finish it, I guess we could discuss that one next week, because I am planning to watch the actual one that you had sent. Usually I try to stay in tune, what goes on in the tournament world, but man, I just happened to watch the wrong one. But speaking of tournaments, CEO is going to be happening in a couple of weeks, and man, it irritates me because I'm not going to be able to go, because again I already having plans to go to the next con so I could meet Tom Welling and Michael Rosenbaum from Smallville, and then I'm going to go back to Mexico once again. So it's just I can't spend so much money and going to all these trips, even though I did technically saved a year in advance to go to these multiple trips. But I think what I have to do now is, even with saving money a year in advance, I still can't go to everything. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
it's even having a whole year of saving, I can't go to every single con. Like, no, not, I shouldn't say every single con, but I can't go to multiple cons and go to multiple tournaments. It's just too much money. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just too much. And with the addition of going to Mexico to to see my girl, it's like, well, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'll have to like save 2 years in advance to go to everything. But I am gonna be keeping an eye on that tournament. I'm on the assumption that you will do the same,
Yeah.
and it's going to be very good. I know for sure it's going to be a very good tournament. And last but not least, I also want to give a quick shout out to what. Let me just share it instead, so we could get this podcast started. Let me just show it.
All right. Well, shout out to Nolan. He's in the chat already. So props to him. Thank you for joining us. So,
Okay,
all right.
is that it?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm just waiting for you.
All right, let me share this real quick. Oh, I could have just shared it right here because I actually have it with me right here. But it is what it is. So I I I'm halfway done. With this, I'm halfway done. Like you finished your game, but I wasn't able to finish reading the whole entire comic. But shout out to Eric July. He he did it once again. He had made this dude is just like, man, this dude is unstoppable. Eric July, I have to just give this dude mad props with this book, and the Sasuke sisters who actually wrote the book. Have to give them a huge shout out because the book is amazing. This chick right here is just phenomenal. Like as soon as you open and you read the book, you're like, oh man, like the fight starts. She's fighting Alpha Core, and she just does a few things on there where it's just, oh man, I know for sure I'm going to enjoy this. I don't know which one is actually my favorite. It's either this one or his very first book, his very first ISOM book that he wrote, that Eric July wrote. It's a toss up between those two, and the main reason why is because when it comes to her and when it comes to ISOM, the very first book that Eric July wrote, it was very personal. Like the situation with him trying to find a family member, and he met up with an old friend who now became his enemy. It just got really 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 personal with what was going on with Ison, and the same thing with Yara. Like I do like it when you whether you read a comic book or you watch an anime. I do love the fact how they could get really emotional based on what's going on, in their, like, in their personal life, not just fighting a bunch of dudes and using their superpowers. I do love the how it gets very personal, with the characters. I love that, and I think it really got really personal with her. But yeah, I just want to do a very quick shout out. So once again, let me get out of here real quick. Um, so yeah, so once again, I I love the book. Oh yeah, and I bought a couple of shirts. I bought a couple Yara shirts. Oh snap! Hang on. I bought a couple Yara shirts, and so yeah, I'm enjoying the book, and I'll like I keep saying I'm going to do a review, but I never had an opportunity to actually finish and posting all the review of all the books that I've read. But I am going to try to do a quick review on this. But so far, I'm really digging this book right here. So those are the shout outs that I wanted to give.
All right. All right. On that note, let's start the podcast. And unfortunately, oh, what's up, Malta? How you doing? We have to start with the Celtics winning the NBA championship.
Oh, and since we're going to be talking about sports, I have been keeping an eye on the hockey game.
Mm-hmm.
I need to ask you. I need to ask you a question. Oh my goodness. I need to ask you a question on what happened, because in the hockey game, I don't know who these guys are, because I don't really watch hockey, but I've been hearing some hype about the Panthers making it to the finals and all that,
Mm-hmm.
and seeing the crowd reaction, like I'm not gonna I'll be straight up with you. I see why the game is very very exciting to watch. Like I could understand why, especially when when I would hear Ralph, he would be screaming on the TV, he was screaming at the TV.
Yeah.
I could understand why it's it's like it's like you have to constantly be engaged on the TV screen because you could miss something exciting really quickly,
All right.
like
So yeah.
really. But
So
what happened? What happened when there was an empty net and then the guy actually saved it and then something happened? Like, do you know what I'm
and
talking about?
yeah, yeah. So okay. So just to recap, the Panthers were up 3-0 in the series. Edmonton has won the last two games. Now, game four they won like 8-1, so they pretty much blew us out.
Yeah,
Game game five, which was down here, they were up 3-0. Right? They had scored 3 goals on us, and then we scored, and then they scored, so it made it 4-1. In the third quarter, we got it to 4-3. Right?
yeah,
And as time starts to tick away, what teams will do when they're down by like 1 or 2 goals, what they'll do is they'll remove the goalie to add an extra skater. So if they remove the goalie, they can add another because the game is normally 5-on-5.
yeah.
And then you include the goalies technically 6-on-6, but the goalies are normally in their creases. And in order to get an advantage, if you remove your goalie, you add an extra skater. So now it's technically 6-on-5 skating, but you don't have a goalie.
Correct.
So what happened was the Panthers were down 4-3. They decided to remove the goaltender from the net so they can get an extra skater. Now Edmonton was able to put the puck towards the net, and it was about to go in until one of the Panther players, Keith Kachuk, who's one of our best players, he came in, made the save, but then their best player got the puck and he shot it in, and they won. They won 5-3. So right now, the series is now 3-2. Panthers are still up, but now they have to go all the way back to Edmonton to play Game 6. And
Wow.
yeah, so here's the thing: I still believe this team is going to win the Stanley Cup. I do believe that,
Okay.
even if we go to a seventh game. But good God, please don't go to a seventh game. End this shit now. End this shit Friday.
Well, if it goes to set, I'm. Well, wait. If it goes to a 7 game, you guys will be playing at Panther Stadium, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So you'll be fine.
yeah. But you never know, man. Hockey is one of those sports that's just it's funny. Normally, like sometimes the best team don't win. Sometimes the best team don't win. So I
Hmm.
am nervous. I'm still confident that we will win, but I would rather them win on Friday than Monday. Because listen, if there's a game 7 Monday, we're not doing a podcast. We're not doing a podcast. I'm just letting you know that right now.
You hear that, everybody? You
Yeah,
didn't hear it from me. You didn't hear it from me.
if you all should be cheering for the Panthers. Like Moses said right here, he's going for the Panthers. You all should be going for the Panthers because if they win Friday, then we're good. But
Yeah.
if they lose, then game 7's on Monday, and there's no way I can do a podcast during game 7. I just can't.
Now, when what here's let me one last question.
Mhm.
Now you said it's a 5-on-5. Now there was a situation to where one of the guys had tripped one of
Okay.
the other hockey players, and I
Mhm.
think there was like a power play.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the use of having a power play if it's still going to be 4-on-4 anyway?
No, no,
Like
no, no.
okay, go ahead.
Okay, so if one team commits a penalty on the other, it's a 5-on-4. If both teams commit penalties, then it's 4-on-4.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
that's what happened.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now I get it. I get it. All
Okay.
right. That's crazy. Yeah, if we do have a game 7, I'm gonna watch the game also. Like I said, I don't follow hockey, but it was a very exciting game to watch. So I might as well, just watch, the rest of it. I'll watch
Exactly.
game 6,
Uh-huh.
and I will definitely watch, game 7.
But
It's a lot to learn. But go ahead.
here's the thing: game 6 is in Edmonton, and what they're doing is they're allowing fans to go into the Panthers arena to watch it on the jumbo screen. I was thinking about doing that.
So what happened?
No, I haven't decided yet, but I'm thinking about doing it.
Is it free?
I don't think it's free. I don't think it's free. I don't think it costs much, but you do. I do have to go on the Panther site to I guess register tickets, either buy tickets or register or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think if it does cost money, I don't think it'll cost. I don't think it costs that much. The Heat do that when they do like role playoff games. The Heat do that too.
Oh, that's right. I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
So yeah, so we'll see what happens. But like I said, I still have faith in the Panthers. Tough loss, but I thought as the game went on, we outplayed them. It's just that we started too slow and we couldn't catch up in the end. So I'm still confident in the Panthers. I'm still confident.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Cool. Cool. Good stuff. Good stuff.
All right. So let's talk about the NBA Finals. Boston wins 4-1. I was completely wrong about this series. I did not expect Boston to win as dominant as they did.
Right.
And yeah, so I think I know I picked Dallas. Who did you pick?
I
I
can't.
think
I think I picked Dallas also.
yeah.
Yeah. I think. I
And,
think I had picked Dallas also.
yeah. So and Jalen Brown won MVP. But it also sparked a debate, right? And Malta was part of that debate also. Shout out to Malta.
Do you have the
I think
bracket or the of the finals?
no, not really.
All
Like
right.
pretty
You
much,
you go ahead. I'll look for it. You go
yeah.
and talk. Yeah.
So I mean, if you want to see a bracket, pretty much what like show you a leprechaun beating up on a maverick. That's what it was. But
Yeah.
yeah. So Malta, you and Malta are saying that it is now Jalen Brown's team
Correct.
because he won MVP, and I'm not going to shout out to him, but he deserved it. Not only because of his offense, but because of his defense. More importantly, because of his defense. Now, I would make the argument that the most impactful defender in the series was Drew Holiday,
Okay.
but Jalen Brown did his thing also, and
Absolutely.
yeah, so he did his thing also. But we're not going to sit there and pretend that Jason Tatum didn't do nothing. Let's not do that. But
Okay. Okay.
but here
That's
but
fair.
here my thing. Yes, Jalen Brown won MVP, deservedly so. Deservedly so. It doesn't make him the best player on the team.
It does.
It's not his team. It's not his
It is.
team. And I'm gonna tell you why. The face of that franchise is Jason Tatum.
Not anymore.
No, it still is. It still is. He's the first team All NBA player. He's their leading scorer. He's their best all around player. And frankly, I don't even think it's close. I don't think it's close. I think Jalen Brown is a very good player. Now I don't like him because I think he's a bit of a douchebag. But even he's a very good player.
How'd you
He's a,
figure?
he's a fantastic number two. No, I already explained why I don't like him.
No, no, no. Explain one more time. I want the people in the podcast to hear you. Why?
He pulled something dirty against Duncan Robinson, and I personally don't think he's that. I don't think he's as good as you guys make him out to be.
Why- if he wasn't that good, how explain how he was able to win not one MVP but two?
Hey, he won two MVPs.
He won two MVP. See, you don't have anything to say. You don't have anything to say, but I do. See here. Let me tell you the problem that you always seems to have because you do this and that you do this all the time. Whenever you consider somebody, the best player in the league, the next guy that surpasses him, for some reason, you just seems to refuse to allow the dude to shine and to admit that he actually surpassed the guy who you believe is the best player in the league. You did that with LeBron. Now I can't remember if you changed your mind, but when I said that Steph Curry was the best player in the league, you still thought it was LeBron James. Despite that he won unanimous MVP and he had already won a championship already, you still refused to acknowledge Steph Curry to be the best player. You still said it was LeBron James. You
Wait,
didn't.
based on your logic, that year when Steph won unanimous MVP, which was 2016, right?
Yes,
Okay. Who won Finals MVP?
LeBron James did.
Yeah. So based on your logic, who's the best player in the league?
LeBron James.
Okay. Yeah, I just want you to keep the consistency.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah, yeah.
I said when Steph Curry won unanimous MVP, I said that he was the most unstoppable player in the league right now. And if you have that distinction, you are the best player in the league. You are. Now, if I had to start a franchise that time, I would pick LeBron James. Between the two of them, I think if I think between the two of them, I would pick LeBron James. I think I've always maintained that if I had to pick one superstar to start a franchise right now, it would be honest, and I still stand by that. It would be honest, but between the two, I would pick LeBron James as the better player. But you can't deny that when around that time, Steph Curry was the talk of the league, and
Yeah, yeah.
he was the best player on the best team, and frankly, it wasn't even that close as
Yeah,
far
it
as I'm
was.
concerned.
Yeah, it wasn't that close. Like you see, the thing is with you, a guy has to jump over through multiple hoops. He has to climb. He has to go to freaking swim at Alligator Alley. He needs to do all this crazy stuff to finally for you to finally give him his flowers and acknowledge that he's the best player in the league. The only one time you did that is, I think, you did that with Kawhi when he won his championship against Golden State. I think you said he was the best player that one year. I believe you did. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I
Mhm.
think you said it was Kawhi. I think that was the only time you did that. Now, the reason why I said that Jalen Brown is the best player is because, like how you said, I'm like these are things that you said. Some of these talking points that the most important time for you to shine is when in the playoffs. And throughout the whole entire playoffs, from beginning to end, Jalen Brown has been consistently good. And because he's been consistently good, there's been multiple occasions he's been better than Tatum. Now, if this was the regular season, I would understand your point. But to do this in the playoffs consistently, and to do it in the Eastern Conference Finals consistently, and to do it in the NBA Finals consistently, except that one garbage game that everybody played bad, he has been the best player on that team. And winning those MVPs solidifies that. So to me, who we win 86, Jalen Brown has done more than enough because this was not in the regular season. This was in the playoffs. I could understand your point if it was just the Eastern Conference Finals. But no, he did it in the Eastern Conference Finals, the finals. He did in the first round and the second round. He has been the best player overall. So he has done more than enough for us to change our minds and give him the crown that he's the best player on that team. And let me also say, he has done a very good job defending Luca and Kawhi. Now, Drew Holiday too. Drew Holiday too. I mean, you said that Drew Holiday did better, and I'll give you that. But he, to me, Jalen Brown has done a far better job defending Kawhi and Jalen Brown than Tatum did. To me,
Or because Tatum, those aren't the guys he's guarding.
he's guarded Luca. I've seen him guard Luca. Yes,
Okay, yeah, but
I've
that's
seen
not
him.
his primary. It's not his primary assignment.
Okay, but when Jalen Brown tells the coach, "Yo, I want that guy. I'm going to stick to this guy." I mean, like, you mean to tell me, for a guy who's not only scoring, for a guy who's not only rebounding, for a guy who is also playing excellent elite defense, I mean, what more do you want? He's obviously the best player in the team now, and again, winning Finals MVP solidifies that.
Mhm. Now, I mentioned I gave you the Andre Iguodala thing, and you brushed back about it saying that Steph Curry um should have won MVP, even though Andre Iguodala was the most impactful player in that series.
No, I was, I was,
Remember,
I
'cause
was,
remember, 'cause
I,
remember, they were down. They were actually down 2-1 until they put Iguodala in the lineup,
yeah.
and Steph Curry wasn't playing that well either. At least not. He wasn't playing efficiently.
No, he was playing pretty good. He was playing pretty good.
No, he wasn't playing efficiently. He wasn't. But just because Iguodala won MVP doesn't make him the best player. We all know Steph Curry is the best player, but who played the best in the series was Andre Iguodala.
No, I think it was Steph Curry.
Uh, I mean, it is what it is, bro. They gave Iguodala the MVP. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
which was a mistake. It was a mistake.
So you're saying that Iguodala did nothing in the series?
No, no, I'm not saying he didn't do anything. He obviously we have to give him his flowers too, but Steph Curry was the one who deserved MVP.
He's the
But
one that who changed the series. It wasn't Curry. 'Cause Curry was there all was it 6 games. He was there all 6 games, and they lost 2 of those. And they lost 2 of those 6 games, and he wasn't great in those games. He wasn't. Truth be told, honestly, if they went to a 7th game, you know who I think they would have given the MVP to? Even if they lost, they probably would have given it to LeBron. Even if he lost, they probably would have given it to LeBron. Because remember, that year, Kyrie got hurt and Kevin Love got hurt. And
Mhm.
without your two best players, you drag a team that otherwise is not that good to a 7th game against the Golden State Warriors.
Mhm.
So, all right. So I gave you that example. Now let me. I'm gonna test your might right here. We're gonna go Mortal Kombat style. Who would you pick between Luca and Jalen Brown?
Mm,
You know what? Don't even answer.
I,
The
I,
fact,
I, I, I'll, I'll, I'll pick Luca. I'll pick Luca. I'll pick Luca.
so you pick Luca.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So the best player on the Celtics, you don't even think he's the best player on the floor, even though he outplayed Luka Doncic. You still
Yeah.
think Luka's better.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
How does that make any sense?
It makes perfect sense.
Because I'm telling you right now, Jason Tatum played better than Luka.
Yeah, but Jalen Brown played better than Tatum.
He played better than both of them. But yet you
Yeah.
only think he's better than Tatum.
Yeah, he's better. He's better. He's better than Tatum, and he outplayed Luca. And I think, frankly, it's mainly because because of him guarding Luca for the most of the time in the whole entire series. Luca really couldn't do anything.
So you think that he's the best player on the best team, and yet he's not better than Luka, the player that he actually outplayed.
I think I think it's,
How does that make any
I
sense?
think I think is I think it's very close. I think it's very close because
I don't honestly it's not I don't think it's close at all.
I,
If
I
you
think
if
I
you
think I think
if
it's
you
close.
tell me
Want to know
if you
why?
tell
Want to know why? Want to know why? Because you're only talking about offensively. Defensively, Luca's trash.
yeah, of course he
Complete
is.
complete utter trash.
We all know
He
that.
he got completely exposed when he had to constantly go on pick and rolls, when they're constantly have to do ISO on him. He couldn't do anything. He was a sitting duck out there. He
Yeah,
got exposed. He got
he
exposed
sucks.
big time.
He sucks defensively. We all know this.
Okay.
We all
Okay.
know. But yet you still picked him over Jalen Brown.
I pick him. I pick him, over Jalen Brown because I do believe with his offensive skills is is good enough. Because look, they went to the finals. So even with his bad defense, his great offense is so elite that he could still take his team really really far. You know what I'm saying?
All right. With that said, if you talked about Luka and Jason Tatum, who's better, that's a lot closer. Jalen Brown is a very good number 2 option. He's an excellent number 2 option. You're not winning anything if he's your best player. You're not winning anything if he's your best player. If you have to rely on him day in and day out to be your best player, you're not winning anything. You're
Okay,
not.
listen, if listen, I already said this in the podcast. I mean, podcast in the Discord. If if you remove Jalen Brown, I mean, if you remove Tatum, the team's not going anywhere. If you remove Jalen Brown, the team's not going anywhere. They need each other.
I agree with you
They
to an
need each
extent.
other.
I agree with you to an extent. I think they can survive with Tatum. I
They're
don't
not.
think I don't think they're a good team without Tatum. Without Brown, I think they can survive. I don't think they're not championship material, but they can survive. If you take Tatum off of that team, they're not doing anything.
Okay, okay. How do they make the playoffs without Jalen Brown? From beginning of the season, he's not available. Do they
Mhm.
make the playoffs?
Yes.
Do they make the playoffs without Tatum?
No. I don't think they
No.
do.
What took you so long to answer? What took you so long to answer?
I mean,
What took you so long to
they
answer?
could be a 9 or 10 seed, but they're not winning anything without Jason Tatum.
No,
Why? Because Jason Tatum is their best player. He is.
not this year.
You can call it whatever you want. He's not their best player.
He is their best
Just
player.
just just like, because remember, because this happened in Detroit years ago, a long time ago, and they had 1 year. I think it was 1990. No, was it 90 or 89? I don't remember. But there was 1 year that Joe Dumars won Finals MVP over Isaiah Thomas. Who's the better player historically?
Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, but Joe Dumars won MVP. Based on your
Mhm.
logic, he's the best player, right?
No, no.
Right. It happens. Like sometimes when a player, especially when a guy is like really shooting the ball really well, like they'll get hot and then they'll be the best player for 7 games. Doesn't make him the best overall player.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Doesn't make
Like,
him the best
I already explained this to you. I'm not just talking about just one series, even if it's the
yeah,
NBA
the
Finals.
entire yeah
Even
the entire playoff. Jalen Brown has been overall better than Tatum.
so,
I
what's the
agree.
problem? What's the problem there? That's more than enough games to prove that you are the better. He had ample time to showcase that why he's the better player now.
Jason
I
Tatum.
I would
Jason
I would
Tatum is
I
the
would
better
understand.
overall player.
I
He
would
is.
understand. I would understand your point if he only played better only in the finals. I would understand your point. But because he's been better throughout the whole entire playoff run, I think that's more than enough of a reason why he's the best. It's justified that to call him the best player in a team now.
He's not the best player, and he's not the face of their franchise. He's
Well,
not.
he
Even
well,
even if you want to think about this logically, he's not. He's not. That's all I'm saying. Like I don't like I said before. I don't like Jalen Brown, but he
of course you
deserves the
don't.
MVP.
That's why you don't want to say that. Let's be real here. The only reason why that you don't want to say that he's the best player in the Celtics is because you don't like the guy. Just be real. Just keep it real.
No,
You don't like him. That's why you still say it's Tatum.
no, no.
Yes,
It's not that at all.
that's
Because
why.
here's the thing. I've heard this argument with you before. We did this with KD and Russell Westbrook. You made a concerted effort to say that, oh, Westbrook is the heart and soul of that team.
Hmm.
You tried to make it seem like he was the best player, and historically, who was correct?
Yeah, it was KD. Yes.
It was always KD.
Yeah.
You can like Russell Westbrook game, that's fine, but but me thinking logically, the player who is the more unstoppable player on the team was KD, is KD, always was KD.
Okay. Agreed.
And honestly, it's the same thing here. It's the same
No,
thing
no,
here.
no.
Yes, it is
That's
the
not the
same
same.
thing
It's not
here.
the same. No, no, no.
It is
That's
the
not the,
same.
it's not the same.
Jason Tatum is a much better player than Jalen Brown. He is. He's the better player of the two. He's the better player of the two. That's why I'm always going to say he's the better player.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. No. 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 Can't agree with you there. I'm sorry.
Who? Okay. Only one of them. If you look at their numbers, the numbers tell you that Tatum is the better player. Not in the playoffs, but throughout their career. Throughout their career, it has proven that Jason Tatum is their best player. You look at the history books. Jason Tatum. Look, people don't want to hear this. Personally, Mota, you can agree or disagree with this. I put Jason Tatum ahead of Paul Pierce right now. All time great Celtic. Jason Tatum's ahead of Paul Pierce
Right now,
right now.
I think it's too early for that. I think it's too
No,
early.
no, it's not. No, it's not too early for that. Because
Yes.
what a lot of people forget is that Paul Pierce ain't do jack shit until the big three formed. He ain't do nothing until the big three formed. Boston and Jason Tatum has been good since the moment he got to that team. From the minute he dunked all over LeBron James in that Eastern Conference Finals years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was either his first year or second year. He's been an excellent player. He's a better player than Paul Pierce now, and he will go down as the better player between the two.
Is Jalen Brown better than Paul Pierce?
I mean, shit, fuck it, might as well, fuck it.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
you already know how I feel about Paul Pierce, one of the most overrated players in the history of the game. I'm not saying he wasn't a great player, but he's not on the level of Paul Pierce. I mean, he's not on the level of Jason Tatum or Jalen Brown for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't do nothing until they got the big three. He ain't do nothing.
Okay.
So I mean, let's read some comments, guys. There's definitely lots of comments, and trust me, it's gonna spark some debate. All right, so shout out to Quentin Brogdon.
What's going on, Quentin?
Oh, you
Yeah,
know him?
yeah. That's my sister's boyfriend.
Okay, well he said that LeBron James is the GOAT. 10 straight
No,
finals in a row. I don't know if he's trolling you, but that's what he says.
no, Quentin, no, Quentin. He's not the GOAT. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Michael Jordan. It's not even close. Matter of fact, LeBron James. I remember. I think I put LeBron James in the top three. He's not. Even, I don't consider him top three anymore. I don't.
All right,
I
so
don't. The guy. Number one. It's Michael Jordan. Number two. It's Kareem. And number three. You're gonna hate what I say this, but I have no choice. Number three is Bill Russell. Then I put LeBron James. So go ahead.
that was not how you put it last time. You changed that.
Yeah, I know. I said I changed it. I changed my mind. You
All right.
can't ignore 11 championships. You can't. But go ahead.
I mean, if you're gonna put Jordan ahead of him, then you just did.
Yeah, because he has the rings and he has the numbers.
All right, just making up rules as they go. He also said that best player in the league right now is Luca, even though they lost.
You agree with that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So he's better than Joker now.
No. I think overall in the no. No, I meant in the
Yeah.
series. In the series, Luca to me, of all the four main guys that was in the finals, I think he's the best of the four.
No. What about the
In the
overall?
league,
Like,
I put him number two behind Joker. I
oh,
put him
so
number.
so you okay? So you drop Giannis.
Yeah, I
So you
did
drop
drop.
Giannis.
Yeah, I think I'll put Giannis number three.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'll put Giannis three because I do think I do think Luka. We'll talk about them a little bit later, but I do think Luka was hurt, and I think that did hurt him. And I also think that I hope that this is him losing will be a motivator for him to be better next year on offense and defense. Because I do think defensively, I do think that they were better in the second half of the year. Especially when they got the guys that they had that they brought in, like Washington and Gafford, even though those guys didn't show up in the
Yeah.
series. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. So I think he has it in him to be an okay defender. He don't have to be a great defender. You don't have to be a great defender. Just don't be a sieve. Just don't be a sieve. And that's what I've always hated about James Harden. You don't
Well,
have to be a great defender.
Luka played worse, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, James. The only finals that James Harden was in, they didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. So, but he was also young. But even with all that, you don't have to be a great defender. Just don't be awful. Just don't be awful. All right. So Quentin also said that Jason Tatum is the face of that franchise, and that's true. It's 100% true. When you say Boston Celtics, he's the first guy. He's the first guy that gets mentioned.
Well, I mean, I think all of that. I understand what you're saying, Quentin, but all of that has changed once Jalen Brown had won those two MVPs. He didn't win not just one. He won both MVPs. So clearly he has outshined Tatum, and once again, that pretty much made him, the better player and the face of that franchise. At least for now.
All right. All right. Molto
He
said
has the MVPs to show for it.
it's not an easy decision. He said that Steph averaged way less than his season averages. Iguodala received too much credit for guarding LeBron and holding him to just a measly 36 points a game. Here's the thing. No. That's unfair. That's unfair to Iguodala because the only person that he could that could score on that team was LeBron James. And the problem is that you cannot have him score to the point where he's affecting the game, in their favor. You see how Dwayne Wade, look at what Dwayne Wade did. He single-handedly took over the series against Dallas. And what Iguodala and Golden State overall did is they mitigated that from LeBron James doing it. Because LeBron James was on his way to doing it because they were up 2-1. They were up 2-1. Then Iguodala gets put on him for most of the game, and you saw what happened. He didn't. He didn't. You aren't going to stop LeBron. Look, LeBron James was going to shoot all the shots because he had. Because that's all he. That's all he. They didn't have no choice. He didn't have Kyrie, and he didn't have Kevin Love. He was going to shoot all the shots, so of course he's gonna average a whole bunch of points. I see your picture right here.
Yeah.
So let me see. Isaiah Thomas was gonna be the leader of that team no matter what. I agree. But Joe Dumars won a Finals MVP. He says Westbrook was better. That's not true. He didn't stab his team in the back by signing with the team that mopped them the year before. All that is true, and Kevin Durant is still the better player. All right. Again, this is true too. He's still the
They
better
blew
player.
they blew a 3-1 lead. Then he joins the 73-19 for goodness sake. Now who we win 86? Him you could say that, yeah, he's the best player in OKC, which is fine. I agree. But because of that move, everybody is going to remember Russell Westbrook.
I agree. With that. Don't make him a better player.
No,
More beloved. More beloved. Sure. Better player. No. No. All right. Kidvid, we will get to that in a second. We will
Oh
get
yeah,
to that.
yeah. I definitely have something to say about that. So yeah, trust me. Just stay tuned, Kid Viz. Stay tuned. Don't leave.
Right. So Malta is not a fan of my take. He thinks that he doesn't think that he's ahead of Paul Pierce. I think he's ahead of Paul Pierce already. If you look at their career, the first 6 years of their career, Jason Tatum done more by a lot. And yes, Pierce did win Finals MVP, but he was not the best player on that team.
He wins Final MVP and Tatum did not. Just so you know.
That's fine, but he wasn't the best player on that team either. It was Kevin Garnett.
All right.
And Paul Pierce, top 5 clutchest players of all time. Jordan and Russell are the best players of all time. I also
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Well, I do think Bill Russell's top three. Like I said, I'm putting Jordan and Kareem, ahead of Bill Russell. But like I said, I'm putting LeBron James after Bill Russell.
I also think Havlicek is better than LeBron. And Davis in the chat, what's going on, man?
What's up, David?
Uh,
Okay. Now, here's I want to say that this NBA Finals was. Did you find it boring?
I barely watched.
Okay, so clearly you found the NBA Finals boring. I thought the finals was boring also. Now my brother thinks it was the was the most boring finals of all time.
No, it
I
wasn't. There were some close games there. There were some close games there.
Yeah, I said I think the most boring finals of all time for me was that Cleveland and San Antonio series. I think that was the most boring one in my opinion. I mean, the Cavs stood no chance against the San Antonio team. But with all that said, although they only won one game, Dallas, there is somebody that I need to call out.
Mhm.
I need to call somebody out, and that person is Kyrie Irving. And the reason why I'm calling out, Kyrie Irving is because I found out. Now you probably didn't know about this because there's not really necessarily an article, about it. I was trying to see if there was like an article about this, but I'm just gonna take the guys word for it. So apparently they were showing stats of all the times Kyrie Irving was playing against Boston, and every time he played against Boston, he always had a bad game. It was just a complete it was like as if the guy was choking every single time he played Boston.
I,
So
I
I'm
I saw a stat that he hasn't won a game since he left Boston.
yes,
That's crazy.
yes, and here's this real quick video that I want to show. Now again, I know you don't like these guys, but I think they brought up a very good point, and the last point that the guy is going to make actually pissed me off. It actually pissed me off because that just tells me that your mentality is extremely fragile and weak. Well, let me share it, and while I do that, you could talk while I'm trying to share this real quick.
Hmm. Yeah, Kyrie's revenge tour ends with just one win. That's yeah. I mean, look, it's not just him. Like Luca didn't play great in the series, and those role players. And I don't want to put it all on them because it sucks. But dude, those role players did nothing for them in this series.
Yeah,
And when Kristaps Porzingis is hurt, and you have PJ Washington who I didn't do anything. Daniel Gafford, I don't remember seeing him do anything. You know what I mean? Derek Lively, at least he shows something, but it is what it is. And then dude, I remember Tim Hardaway Jr. Dude, I always hated watching him play because he always would hit threes against Miami. Always
yeah,
hit, and outside of one game, he didn't do anything. He didn't even play in some of those games. And the weakness of Boston, I thought was their depth, but it ended up being a weakness for Dallas. And
yeah,
and to me, a lot of that has to go to coaching, and that what it falls on Jason Kidd. So, all right, you can play the clip if you want.
yeah. All right. We'll get to the rest of your comments on Malta. I just need to make this quick point about Kyrie. Like this really frustrated me. So let's just listen to what these guys have to say real quick.
I picked the Mavs.
Now, I want to remind you, like this was based on I think game 3. But although the finals is over, I think this is one of the reasons why the whole series was pretty much not even close.
If they win, he ain't never coming. So he's gonna lose. But with Kyrie Irving, even though I personally am optimistic about him, especially in game 2, usually when you have a game that poor, you're gonna bounce back in a big way the following game. So I feel good about that. Having said that,
Pause. Who the hell is talking?
Um, I think his name is I forgot his name, but he's not on the screen. He's like in the
Oh,
background.
okay. Okay. My mistake. Because that was confusing me for a second.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
though, This Kyrie situation is not just about him having to step up. I don't think that's the issue with him. Okay, if you look at the numbers, and Chris, you alluded to it earlier, in his career, he averages about 25 and a half points on 50% shooting, 41% from three.
Okay.
Okay. In the 11 straight losses to Boston, his numbers have gone down. He's averaging 20 points a game on 41% shooting and 28% from three.
That's a big drop when the shoot.
Bro, dude, that nobody in their right mind, and if you've been paying attention to basketball, nobody could sit here and tell me that that's a coincidence. Nobody. You mean to tell me you faced this team 11 times and not one time you had a good game against this team? Clearly something was in his head on who he won 86, and I'm not going to buy that. Well, you know, he used to play with them, so maybe they know they recognize, you know, his play. No, I don't buy that. There's absolutely no way you could convince me that all 11 games he had bad games against the exact same team. No way.
Well,
I think
Boston do have, like, even with Marcus Smart was there, they always had good defenders. But I mean, the Kyrie Irving thing is interesting because the game that he didn't play well was in Boston. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah. All right, let's continue.
Shooting percentage.
In the last 6 games.
Now, where'd you get those career numbers?
That's on CBS Sports. It might be related to this season. It might be for this season.
That's this season.
Yeah,
those aren't his career.
That might have been misphrased.
Okay.
But the thing is and I'm going to piece it all together. I don't believe it's an issue of him stepping up. I believe it's an issue of him wanting so badly to stick it to Boston and stick it to those fans because of the way that they've talked about him and the way they treated him over the last 5 or 6 years. Mike Gorman was on 98.5 The Sports Hub in Boston.
Okay, now I was trying to figure out who Mike Gorman, who you know Mike Gorman is, but apparently he's like one of the, I think he's like one of the, you know, reporters, you know, for Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, that's where I was trying to find, you know, the article about this, and I was hoping that maybe a fan or somebody had video footage of this. But again, I'm gonna take his word for it because this is where I completely lost my mind.
Wait! Before you go, I do want to say this: if Kyrie was like saying that, oh, you know, he wanted to stick it to Boston, he did a very bad job. He didn't do very well.
It was abysmal, bro. Like it was an awful performance. But yeah, let's continue.
Boston today. And he talked about the game and the whole details of it, whatever. One thing that he said that kind of got somehow lost in the ether of sports talk media is he said he was sitting a few rows back from a fan. Fan was in the 6th row. He was about the 8th row. And Kyrie had a running dialogue, according to Gorman, with this guy in the 6th row up and down the court, yelling at him. Last night. Yelling at him, kind of giving him the finger on the sneak the entire time. And Kyrie, this whole situation with Boston is not about, it's hard enough for him to score on Jrue Holiday. Jrue Holiday is great. The defense as a whole is great. But Kyrie has made it personal. And when you make it personal, you step outside yourself and you don't do the things that make you Kyrie Irving.
Well, yeah, okay. Who won 86? I could understand that with all the trash talk with that Boston and the fans over the years, you're probably you know sick and tired of it. Trust me, I could understand that, and I could understand why Kyrie probably wanted to take it personal. But here's the thing: if you're going to go at fans, if you're going to go at, you know, teammates, if you're going to go after the bench, dude, I don't care how much trash talk that you do. If you're going to start trash talking to anybody, you better go. You better go out there and perform. Otherwise, you're gonna look like a fool. You're gonna look like a fool. Why in the world are you going to start wasting your time going after fans, knowing that you're playing poorly in the exact same game? I said to myself, there's absolutely no way that this could have been happening while he's playing bad. He was in focus. And if this is 100% true, which I think it is, It is 100% because of Kyrie why this series wasn't even close. Not even close. It's because of Kyrie. I'm not. Although Luka's defense was atrocious, I am going to put 90% of this on Kyrie Irving. He is mentally weak against this team. I'm sorry, those numbers aren't acceptable. Not for an elite player. And you're going to consistently play bad, and then on top of that, you want to go after fans, and you still play bad. This is on Kyrie Irving. Now, there's one last thing he wants to mention. Do you have anything to say?
No.
All right.
He's got to be stronger than that. Him getting in a free, you are in the finals and you're in a running dialogue with some fan.
I can't.
You got to be stronger than that. I'm sorry. You're empowering that fan. Right? If Kyrie ignored that dude, the guy would like he loves the fact that Kyrie goes back with him.
Right. That you can get somebody's attention
Yep.
and break their focus.
Yep.
You know what? I changed my mind. I changed my mind. I don't have an issue if you're going back and forth against your opponent. I don't have an issue if you're going back and forth against the bench, because once again, it is still technically, your opponent, even though they're not on the court with you simultaneously. But if you're gonna go, at a fan and you're constantly going at the exact same fan throughout the whole entire game, yeah, that once again that just makes you look foolish. You look like an adult going out there going against the fan. That's what he actually wants. How is it that a fan is partially responsible that you couldn't focus in the game? Anyway,
because it really doesn't make sense to even be engaged in that. What would you care?
Not at all.
Well, you know what's interesting, guys, is
this is where he's going to mention Luka, and this is where I'm going to I need to give a couple of shout outs after this.
his teammate Luka Doncic is the exact opposite. When Luka is into it with somebody and he's chirping and he's cursing and all this stuff, it gets him going and he plays better. And Kyrie just might be one of those guys that when he's that personally invested and emotionally invested in it, it takes him away from what makes him great and makes him worse.
Well, he better get off of that. He better get off of that. All right, and he's talked about his maturity, how he's grown, and I don't doubt that in terms of his personal life and stuff. But you have to show that on the court too.
That was very the exact opposite. That was very interesting when you said about Luka.
When Luka is into it with somebody and he's chirping and he's cursing and all this stuff, it gets him going and he plays better. And Kyrie just might be one of those guys that when he's that personally invested and emotionally invested in it, it takes him away from what makes him great and makes him worse.
Now, Hoovy 186. I remember over the years of you and I talking about basketball back, since back in high school, after high school, and whatnot. And you and I gave credit to a certain amount of people when they knew that fans was going after them. We gave them ample credit. Now, I'm pretty sure you remember the situation what happened with LeBron James when he first went back to Cleveland, when he went to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I think you said you saw that game.
Yeah. Well, no, I was at a baby shower, but I did watch the game.
Bro, it was so bad that they said that they actually hired extra security just in case if, fans, start, going after LeBron or people start throwing stuff. When I was watching that game, I truly believe that either a fan was going to go after him or people were going to start throwing objects at him. It was that crazy in there. And what did LeBron James do? He went out there and he performed. You and I just a couple years ago, you and I had talked about how impressive it was when, do you remember the situation what happened with Giannis? All the countdowns that dude had to go through when he was going to the free throw line. He took the challenge, he stepped into the plate, and he made his free throws, and he won. You seen this situation with Kobe Bryant. You seen the situation with Michael Jordan, with all the trash talk he went through, and he won. Now, who
He invented trash talk to make him play better.
now, now, here's another guy who pissed me off, who also had the exact same mentality as Kyrie and couldn't focus. Ben Simmons, who everybody assumed that he was going to be projected as an elite player, one of the best players in the league, and he couldn't handle criticism. He couldn't handle fans talking trash about him, and this dude continues to get worse and worse every year. Where I don't even know where he is right now because he's irrelevant to me. Ben Simmons is. So my point is, you see how important it is for you to just constantly try to ignore all the noises out there because it is going to affect your play and it's going to eventually affect your team. And to me, what happened with Ben Simmons, he's mentally weak. And unfortunately, I have to say the exact same thing about Kyrie Irving. He's mentally weak. He's mentally weak. He can't handle Boston. He can't handle criticism. He's just unable to focus when it comes to trash talk. And the fact that he actually took it personal and he still played bad anyway, it just like I said, it makes the guy look foolish. And I am blaming him 90% of the time why they lost that series, or at the very least, why the series wasn't even that close. I'm blaming Kyrie. It's his fault.
All right. I do think he bears most of the responsibility because it was storyline before the series even started. How was he gonna react to Boston booing him? And then after the first game, when they lost, and it wasn't a big deal. You lose game one to the home team. It is what it is, right? Like they got one, right? And then he said, "Oh, I expected the boos to be louder," and they were louder,
They were.
and he didn't play well. That's when there was an issue. Now, to me, look. I'm not the biggest fan of Kyrie Irving, because of all the bullshit he's pulled over the years. Um, I'm not going to blame him 100% for the loss, but he does bear the responsibility. It is what it is. But like I mean, having to die. Look, he was caught flipping off the crowd in Brooklyn when he was playing in Brooklyn. He flipped them off.
Yeah.
So there's definitely something there in Boston where like I don't know. I'm not going to categorize it as a mental struggle, but it's hard not
It is.
to.
It is.
Like it's hard for me not to say it's not when you with your performances and how you act and how you react. So I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. I don't really have much to say about it. Like, my thing is, are they gonna be able to get back to the finals next year? And I don't think they are. As great as Luca is, I think this was their best shot at making it to the finals.
So you think this was the only shot?
Yeah. Now, I could be wrong, but I think they missed a golden opportunity to win a championship. Because I don't think like if they don't do well next year, you like again and look, people keep talking about how Kyrie he's grown and all the other stuff. I don't know if I buy it. I don't know if I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
You go through another year and you're not doing well. I don't know. Anything can happen, and when the going gets tough, the one person that I'm not going to count on is Kyrie. And until he proves me otherwise, I'm gonna continue to say that.
So you do think he has some type of mental issue when he goes against his former team?
Well, I mean, against that team, yeah, sure, yeah. There, you can't deny it. Like again, like I said, I'm not a scientist. I can't prove it, but the performances will tell you that there's something going on there. So
Oh my god, what the hell? My bad, guys.
So I don't know. It's hard to say. To me, but with the way the Western Conference is and how it's going to be next year, I find it very hard for them to come back and repeat as Western Conference champions. I just don't. I don't know if they can. I don't think they can do it. As great
Okay.
as Luca is.
Oh, so what you're saying is okay, so you're pretty much saying it's going to be somebody else. Like I guess you think it's going to be Denver again, maybe.
Yeah, I think they're the favorite. I think they are technically the favorites. Yeah.
You could be right, but I think because of the matchups, um, if they have to face the Timberwolves again, I think Timberwolves may win again because Edward he's just going to get better.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see it. But the thing is that with Minnesota, I don't. As long as Carl Anthony Towns is their second best player, I don't trust them.
Oh, oh, okay.
I don't trust them.
Yeah, okay.
Right,
Well,
right.
yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything much to say. All the only last thing I'll say is that it was good to see how guys like LeBron and Giannis, Kobe and all the other guys embrace whenever there's trash talking involved, or if fans are going at you. And I think unfortunately there are guys out there like a Ben Simmons, like obviously Kawhi, not Kawhi, Kyrie, and other guys who they just probably can't handle it, and unfortunately because they can't handle it, it can cost their team wins and championships. So they need to work on that, man. Like I know it's a very emotional game, but you just have to get over it. You have to, otherwise why even play against a particular team if you're just constantly going to be mentally weak.
Okay. All right. Let me read some comments and then I gotta make a phone call. 'Cause my dad just called me. So
You supposed to be at work right now.
no, I was supposed to be at work at 10, but I guarantee he wanted me to come in early. But we'll
Uh,
see.
okay.
All right. Anyway, Moulton mentioned another player who stabbed his organization in the back because he said that he would stay. Oh, yeah, that was stupid on his part. He should never have said that. But
When Kyrie would talk about with Boston, right?
Mhm. And
Yeah. I mean,
Porzingis
look,
gets
if you wanna make the phone call, I mean, you can if you want right now.
yeah. I'll make the
Well,
phone call.
well, hold on. Before I make the phone call, let me just share this real quick. Um, hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So go ahead. Read the comments. I'll look for it. Read the comments. Read the
All right.
comments.
And Porzingis gets the last laugh with Luca, even though Porzingis averaged 12 a game in the playoffs. Yeah.
Well. I'll say this. A lot of people have speculated that if Porzingis stayed healthy, he would have won MVP.
No. No.
You disagree?
Yeah, I disagree. No.
Oh, okay.
Hell no, Ben Simmons. Celtics averages 6 points per game this season. All right. All right. Let me make a phone. Let me make this phone
Well, hold
call.
on. Let me. All right. Yeah. So let me just share this because there's something that I'll read, and yeah, because since you have to go make your phone call, let me just share this and then I'll just read the article. All right. Go ahead. Go make your phone call. Be quick. Be quick. All right. So who really needs to make his phone call? And you guys already heard my piece regarding with Kyrie Irving, and at the end of the day, if you're let me get this out of here. At the end of the day, if you're not able to focus on the game itself, especially in the finals, if you're not able to focus, bro, you just sit down. If you are constantly going back and forth with all these fans, you flicking off fans, and I remember there was a video when fans were booing him. He was like constantly doing the crybaby thing, and he just going off doing all these crazy emotions with the fans. And I'm just like, although it's funny and it may be entertaining to watch, like I said, all that stuff is cool and looks good only if you play good. Only if you play good. If you're getting into a guy's face, whether it's a fan or a player, talking trash and you're getting all emotional and then you have nothing to show for it, yeah, you look like a fool. That's what you look like. But here, see, Jason Tatum had 31 points, 11 assists, 8 rebounds, as the Celtics topped the Mavericks 106-88 on Monday night to win the franchise 18th championship, breaking the tie with Los Angeles Lakers for the most in league history. I think it's very impressive that you have a franchise winning 18 18 championships, and you have Los Angeles winning, 17. Like that's just crazy to me. And but it's funny because although they have 18 championships, many people will still say that it's still the Lakers is still a more relevant team than just about everyone in the whole entire league. Usually they'll say it's either LA or they'll say, it's New York. Like when those teams are good, it's just for some reason, tickets skyrocket. People are just into these games for some reason. I don't know why New York is still, up there as far as one of the great teams to watch. I don't know why, but I can understand why it's LA. But man, 17 and 18 championships, that's just an unbelievable number. Now, Boston earned its latest title on the 16th anniversary of hoisting its last Larry O'Brien Trophy in 2008, which, like you said, Malta, in 2008 when they had their big three. Now, in 2008, I don't think Paul Pierce was the best player in the league, for winning Finals MVP. Because I actually agree with Hoovy. I think Kevin Garnett was the best player on that team. I think Kevin Garnett, was a far better player than Paul Pierce and Ray Allen, for that matter. I do truly believe that. And I'm actually surprised that Kevin Garnett, didn't win. But Paul Pierce did really impacted that series against LA. He really impacted that series against LA. And when even when Kobe Bryant, tried to guard him, Paul Pierce, was still scoring. You could say that it was either him or Kevin Garnett, the best player in that team. And I know people will say, "Oh no, what about Kobe? What about Kobe?" But you guys lost. If I had to choose, I would say Kevin Garnett was probably the best player in that series, even better than Kobe and Paul Gasol. So Jalen Brown added 21 points and was voted NBA Finals MVP. Drew Holiday finished with 15 and 11 rebounds. Oh, he had a double double. I didn't even know that. He had a double double. Are you back, Hoovy?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, you're back. All right, all right. So yeah, I just wanted to just do a quick recap while you were gone. But now that you're back, we can move on.
All right. So I do have to go to work fairly soon. So I try to get like 45 minutes out of it. So
Wait, what happened? Wait, so he's telling you to come in early again?
yeah, he needs help. So
What the heck is going on over there?
they don't have anybody over there, and yet they're still trying to save labor, which makes no fucking sense. But
Wait, you're trying to save labor, but they're calling you in early.
yeah, they're trying to save labor, but then they're saying then they cut hours for everyone else, and then they want me to come in early when I don't want to come in early. Like I don't like. I get like I'm gonna get more money out of it, but I don't want to come in early if I don't have to.
So, do you want to just end the podcast now?
No, no, we're not gonna end the podcast now. Here's the thing: you can pick between uh inside the NBA, Nintendo Direct, or we can talk about this emulator stuff.
Um, well, you said you only have like what, like 45 minutes left, so
Yeah.
we might as well pick what we think it's going to be the shortest one.
No, I want to go by what's the one that's the most interesting.
All right, go ahead. You then pick that topic.
All right. Well, we have time to talk about inside the NBA. We have time to do that. Um, Nintendo Direct. I mean, shit. Kidvid mentioned this, so we might as well do that.
Okay.
So I don't know if you have the list of the games that they announced.
The only thing I have is the actual. I think I have the announcement. No, I have the freaking not the announcement. I have the video. I have the video footage, but we're not gonna get copyrighted, right?
No, I don't trust. No, anything Nintendo does, I don't trust.
Oh crap. Okay, so okay, and that's let me X that out. Let me forget it. Um. Okay, so we'll get rid of that then. Because there was a
Let me
couple. There is a few games that I am interested in getting.
let me share this. Just all the announcements from the Nintendo Direct. So we're gonna
Okay.
go to IGN.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
that's the one I have. But since you have it, go ahead.
all right, all right. So all right. So like we're not going in order. We're just gonna go by order where the article where they have this here. Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. And now for the first time, maybe ever, you actually get to play as Zelda in a Zelda game.
Yeah, yeah.
So how do you feel about this? So
Okay,
how do you feel about this?
okay. Here's you're able to play gameplay on here, right? You're able to play it.
I'll do it. But
Yeah, yeah,
just talk about it.
yeah. Now I was watching the gameplay footage of it. I was watching the gameplay footage of it, and although I do think Zelda herself is, like she's a cool character. Like I really thought she was really awesome when she was in when she played as Sheik, when she was Sheik in the Nintendo 64, and for Zelda of Ocarina of Time in the 64. I thought, wow, this chick is actually really really cool, and you know, in the like a character like her, although Link is the main character that you play as, you do eventually become accustomed, or the character eventually starts to grow on you, and you become a fan of that character. Like I know a lot of guys who plays Mario, they're a fan of Peach because she's been pretty much there throughout the whole entire childhood. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing with with Zelda. I feel this a similar way how I do with that Princess Peach video game. The reason, although I do think the game is good, I just can't really see myself emotionally invested playing that Princess Peach game. Although, yes, she's part of Mario universe, and she's a character that everybody loves, and things like that. It is you could tell that it is a game that is somewhat catered to girls, if that makes sense. It does feel that way.
Because
And
you're playing as a
although,
female character.
what happened?
Because you're playing as a female character.
When you look at the game, you could clearly tell that it's catered, to girls. You could tell. Don't play stupid with me now. You could
No, I
tell.
mean, I've never played the game, so I don't like. I thought it was. I thought you guys were fans of Mario, the entire universe.
Yeah, we are. Absolutely, we are. But
So you
you can't sit here and tell me that that Princess Peach game is the same as Horizon or Tomb Raider. It's not. Or
I'm not
Bay
saying
or Bayonetta. It's not.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that if this is a Mario game in the Mario universe, you have to give me a better reason than it's made for girls.
Yeah, it is. Now, obviously, by it's like a de facto, or because with the
You said the
whole.
same thing. You said the same thing about Kirby.
What about Kirby?
You said the same thing that Kirby caters to women.
No, I said that.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember saying that, but but okay, but my overall point is when I look at the Zelda game, I just feel like I don't think I could be, because just look at it. I just don't think I could be emotionally attached to a game like this, because I
It
just
looks
feel
like a
like it's
Zelda
really
game.
more catered. It looks to me, it looks like it's just catered, to girls playing
It looks
as
like a
Zelda.
Zelda game.
That's fine having though, but I don't think I could get emotionally attached, playing as Princess Zelda. Now, if it was like Princess Zelda in the 64, where you could play as Sheik and you could start, hack and slash people, that's different. That would be different. But as this, I don't know. Not again. I'm not talking about the quality. I'm not talking about the gameplay. I don't think the game is going to be a bad game. I think just by looking at it, it's going to be good. But I don't. I'm not paying $70 for this.
Well, how much
I'm
is
not.
it gonna
I'm.
cost?
I'm not. I'm not. I'm pretty sure this game is going to be 70. Yeah, I'm not interested in paying $70 for this.
Here.
And I think that's
No, it doesn't say
who
here.
we.
It doesn't say here.
I think Poopy's
I mean,
is malfunction.
what happened?
Oh, okay, I can hear you now.
Oh crap! Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Are you hearing me now?
Yeah,
You can hear me now? Okay.
yeah.
All right. So he doesn't say price. He doesn't say price. I think this game will probably cost.
You said 60?
Yeah. But it don't matter if it costs 70. Nintendo guys.
Well, even if it even 50, I don't think that's worth the price either. I mean, even 60. I mean, even 60. Even 60. So okay, so what you're trying to say? So you think you would buy the game? Would you buy the game?
No.
Why not?
The gameplay looks annoying to me.
I mean, it's like Link to the Past.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's like
No,
Link
it's
to the
not.
Past.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
How is it annoying to you? Well, what's
I
annoying
I, I need
about it?
I need swordplay. Like if I don't mind the other stuff that you're doing in the game, like crafting and stuff like that, but I need swordplay in those type of games. I need swordplay. So
So and yeah, you were criticizing me. Oh,
no,
okay.
no, 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 no.
Uh,
If I was playing as Princess Peach, not whatever, whoever.
Princess
If I was
Peach.
playing as Zelda, no, I meant Zelda. I meant Zelda. If I'm
Okay.
playing as Zelda, if she has the sword and I'm controlling her, then I'm cool with that too. I don't care. I'm good with that.
Cut
My
the
thing
cut,
is,
cut the cap. If she had the sword, or if she was able to play, if you were able to play as Sheik, you wouldn't buy the game anyway. Cut the cap.
well, I mean, I don't know if I would buy the game, but I would definitely play it. I'm not playing. I'm not playing the game. I'm not saying the game looks bad. I actually think the opposite. But if there's no sword play in the game in that type of game, I can't play.
Okay.
I need sword play. I need sword play.
All right. Next game.
All right, Metroid Prime 4.
This was the last announcement that Nintendo made and Nintendo Direct. And dude, I was like, holy crap.
Good.
I was like, holy crap. I cannot believe it's actually here. Now here's the thing though. I know the game's gonna I know the trailer's gonna play eventually. But here's the thing though. The only issue that I actually have is we're pretty much at the end. We're pretty much at the end of the Switch's cycle. You know what I'm saying? Like we're pretty much at the end of the
Yep.
Switch's cycle. They're constantly talking about, oh, the Switch is gonna come out next year. Switch 2, I mean, is gonna come out next year. I highly doubt it's going to come out in 2026. I'm pretty sure 2025 is probably the year it's going to come out. Now, if it comes out in 2026, I'm okay with that too. I'm fine with it because I'm still satisfied with the Switch that I have now.
I'm not.
Um,
Like we the system should be out by 2025.
okay.
The
So
system
you
should be
won't
out by
be
2025. This
okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
because look, the console is too old. Like is that we're at a point now where the console, the graphic, especially graphically, is outdated. Let's go with a new console.
Oh, you think
Let's
it's
go with a new
outdated?
console.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's outdated. The graphically is outdated. So
Yeah,
this is first gameplay of Metro Prime 4. Like I
yes.
hadn't seen gameplay. This is my first time seeing gameplay.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So
So
I,
yeah.
and
So
I've never been a Metro Prime fan, so this does nothing for me.
I'm excited for it. I know Critical Drop, he's very excited for it. He's doing a podcast with Big James right now, by the way. So that's why he's not here.
Oh.
But shout out to them. Um I'm the thing is for me, I kind of wish that they would hold out on this and just release it on the next console. I would have preferred for them to just have a ground up Metro Prime 4 video game on the new console, because look, regardless of if I'm right or if you're right that it is coming out next year, but even if it is coming out on 26 and people are pissed off about that, fine. If the console comes out on 26, make the game where it's released on the console, like for like pretty much for the launch of the console. Like when the console launches, bring the game out ground up from beginning to end. I don't think, I highly doubt that this game will be available on the Switch too. And even if it does, it's just going to be ported. I don't think they're going to increase, graphics or the gameplay mechanics and things like that. It's pretty much going to be the same game, but it's just going to be ported over to the next console. That's what I think was going to happen. And if that does happen, I would have preferred, for them to just wait and just make this exclusively on the next console. That's what I would hope for. But because again, we were at the end of the console, at the end of the life cycle of the Switch, so I would have preferred for them to wait. But I'm still gonna get the game anyway. It is exciting. We've been asking for this for so long that okay, fine. They got me. It's a first day one buy for me.
Okay. I like that. I don't care about Metroid, so it doesn't do nothing for me. But you're asking a very interesting question. You said you would want it to be ground up on a new console, right? New Switch.
Yeah.
Here's my now. Remember what I told you about the Switch when it comes to backward compatibility? It's not
Hmm.
going to be a good look. It's not going to be a good look if you have a game like Metro Prime, which I'm sure they're going to promote, where this game is only available on the new Switch. I don't think people are going to be okay with that.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so. Especially if now if it's a new console, if it's something new, then they can get away with it. But if it's just another Switch if it looks the same, then that's gonna cause problems because that's what happened with the Wii and the Wii
Okay.
U.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened with the Wii and the Wii U. Wii and Wii U, even though they don't look the same, the same similar name, be like, and then you know how dumb people are. They're gonna be like, "Oh, is this an attachment to my Wii? What is this?" Like, people are not gonna know.
So they shouldn't call it Switch 2.
A lot of people are not gonna,
They should just
I don't know what
okay.
they're gonna call it. All I
Oh,
know is that I don't know what they're gonna call it. But don't do what you did last time. If you're gonna make another hybrid console thing, if you're gonna look the same as the Switch, then yeah, that game's probably gonna have to be available on last Switch console.
okay.
If it look the same. So Rudolphi's in the chat. What's going on, man?
What's up, Riddler?
Um, yeah, and then Malta, made several comments regarding Princess Peach. Let me go.
What
Let
did he
me scroll.
say? Let me see. Let me see
He
what he
said
said.
Princess Peach is lit, looks lit.
No, no, no,
It
yeah,
is.
that a multi like wait, hold on. Let me respond to the first one. Yeah, the game like again, I never complain about quality. I think the gameplay is actually good and fun to play. I just do believe I don't think I could get truly emotionally invested because it does look like a game that's catered to girls. Now he also said it definitely looks girly. Like you see, that's exactly what I'm trying to tell you, Hoovy 186. That's the reason why I don't think I could get emotionally invested in the game.
And he also mentioned that he didn't like Kirby because he's pink. So, all right. So you had that. All right. So
Exactly.
moving on.
Exactly.
Um,
Yeah, he said the
Mario
previous
and Luigi
was
Brothership.
Princess Peach on the DS. Yeah, that's the one that I'm talking about, where you play as Princess Peach, and yeah, even that game, it felt like it was catered, to girls, and that's why I wasn't interested in buying the game. So I'm being consistent with Wendy Six. You can say what you want, but I'm being consistent about this.
I mean, if the gameplay doesn't interest you, that's one thing. But saying that it's girly, I don't buy that.
Yeah, you do.
I don't buy that. But yeah, it is what it is with you guys. Anyways, this is Mario and Luigi Brothership. So what is this?
I did watch it, and then I was like, I don't know if this is a day one buy for me. Like I just felt like yes, it's a Mario game. Yes, you play as Mario and Luigi. I just felt like they could have done. I just felt like they could have done, much better on the RPG game. With a Mario RPG game. I think they kept it too similar. Like, see, as you could watch, look, but by just watching the gameplay right now,
Hmm.
it although it's an RPG, I just felt like it had too. It just felt too similar as a platform or as playing like as if you're playing, Mario Party, and
It looks like
I
every
just
other Mario. It looks like every other Mario game that's ever come out.
ye-
Basically,
I mean, I don't want to go. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to say, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you worded it correctly. That I did. It just felt like another every other Mario game. Like I wish it was like very different and very unique, similar to how they did with Paper Mario. Like although it's a Mario
I
game,
mean,
like the gameplay completely changed. Go ahead.
it is an RPG. So I don't know. It looks like they're using elements of RPG and platforming,
Yeah.
but I ain't touching this shit.
Oh, you think it's crap?
No, I'm not saying it's crap. I'm just not. I'm not playing this.
Yeah. You said you ain't touching this crap. That's what you said. You just said it in a
Yeah,
more
yeah, I'm not.
explicit way.
Yeah, I'm not playing
Okay.
this game.
Okay. So you think it's crap? Why?
I'm not saying it's crap. I'm just saying that I'm not touching the game.
You said I ain't playing this.
It just looks like the same thing that we've been playing for almost 40 years now. I'm good. But for people who are interested, Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake.
Your
I don't
your
care.
mic is going in and out again. Your mic is going out.
Hold on. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't care about Dragon Quest, so I'm gonna skip that.
Well,
Don-
at least I mean it is another RPG. It's a very good franchise.
Mhm.
I think I'll probably give it.
All right. Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. Let me see
Now
how this.
this, yeah, play it. Unfortunately, with this, I'm happy about this. Am I going to get it? Yes. Until I found, well, no, I'm still going to get it, but it was a little bit anticlimactic, only
Oh, what happened?
because if I remember correctly, if I remember correctly, it's pretty much ported from the 3DS.
Oh, so it's a three. So it's the 3DS game.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see how it looks.
All right.
Let me see how it looks. Cause like I said, I didn't watch the Nintendo Direct, so I'm seeing all this stuff now.
Yeah, I think it's ported. I think it's a 3DS port, if I
Mhm.
remember correctly. It'll probably say it underneath.
Yeah.
But go ahead. Yeah,
Let
play
me
it.
read
Go
the
ahead.
stuff underneath. No, it's playing right now. Two-player local co-op, 80 levels from the original Wii version, and additional stages from the 3DS version, and much more. Players
Oh, okay.
will Some players will once again be able to take. Okay. Okay, so this is pretty much a combination between the Wii and the 3DS.
Okay, yeah. So I kind of got it wrong. I got it half right. So there you go. All right, you go ahead and play it.
I'm a huge Donkey Kong fan, right? I love Donkey Kong Country. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna buy this at full price.
You're not a
I
fan. You're not a fan. You're not a fan. You're not
No,
a
no,
fan.
no, 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 no. Because there's Donkey Kong games that the newer ones I haven't played.
Yeah, then you're not a fan. You're not a fan of the franchise. If you haven't played, if the only Donkey Kong games you played were only the Super Nintendo versions, you're not a fan of the game anymore, of the franchise anymore. You had ample time to play something, and you chose
I don't,
not
I
to.
don't, I don't know. Those games like Tropical Freeze don't interest me. They don't interest me. This one, like I said, it depends on the price. If it's like I know Nintendo, so if it's 40, I'll buy it. But if it's anything higher than that, I'm not buying it until it gets a price cut, which probably never gonna get a price cut. Um, Super Mario Party Jamboree. I don't give a shit about Mario Party, but from what I heard from this game, I know the Mario Party games normally would have like four people that play against each other.
Yeah.
Apparently, this one supports up to 20. So that's gonna be a lot crazier. Still not
Yeah.
interested. Still not interested. Okay. Now this one was the one that I saw a lot of people talking about in my timeline.
Oh,
The
for sure.
Marvel versus Capcom Fighting Collection. Now I do want to add this.
This is for you.
Once
For
again,
you.
this
There's
is
two of you.
another collection that gets the ultimate treatment. Yet the collection that I want, that I love, the one that of the franchise that I love gets shit on.
Wait, hold on. I think you lost me. You lost me. You threw a curveball at me. What are you
Okay.
saying?
So this is to my knowledge, this is the third collection that they've made of this caliber. Remember, the first one was the Street Fighter collection.
Yeah.
Then they did the Darkstalker collection.
Yes.
Then now they have the Marvel vs. Capcom collection.
Correct.
And all the other two collections that they made, the Darkstalkers one and the Marvel one, features tons of content, all this other stuff. The Street Fighter one was the one that they were the laziest on, and that pisses me off.
Oh, I get what you're saying now.
That pisses me off. So, I mean, obviously the I think the game that I think a lot of people are most excited about is Marvel vs. Capcom 2, right?
Yeah.
Even though all these games are fairly unique in their own special way. Me personally, I've never been the biggest fan of Marvel vs. Capcom, but I would be lying if I say I wasn't intrigued by this game, by getting it, because I know you guys are. I know Randy who's just here right now. I know he's a huge fan of the games, and and his cheap ass is probably gonna want to play as Spider-Man or Wolverine or whatever. So I don't know. I'm thinking about getting it. I'm thinking about getting it, even though like I said,
rewind that Punisher one real quick.
okay, okay. Have you played this game?
No, pause it real quick.
Oh my bad. Yeah, just missed it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. This threw me off big time because I thought the whole theme of this was just just based on fighting games. I did
Yeah.
not see this one coming. I didn't see this one coming. I would have actually I actually would have liked it better if they had either put if they was gonna put a beat 'em up, I would much rather have them put the X-Men beat 'em up arcade game or
Mm-hmm.
the Commando one. Like Commando was very good. I don't know if you ever played Commando.
Captain Commando.
Yeah.
No, well, the thing is that isn't the Captain Commando's in the beat 'em up collection that they made.
Oh, that's right. I think you're right. I think you're right.
It isn't that. Now,
I don't-
the reason why I think they put the Punisher there is because I think Capcom made that Punisher beat 'em up. Now there are other beat 'em up that I at first I was like, oh, how come they didn't put all the other beat 'em ups in there? But then I
Yeah.
remember Capcom didn't make those games. That's the thing. Like I was thinking, oh well, how come they didn't put one of the X-Men games? And I don't think Capcom made those.
Oh, that X-Men beat 'em up game. They didn't make
Yeah,
that.
I don't think they did.
Okay. What about that hard one? What about the Spider-Man and X-Men one? Did they make that one? That really hard. I don't know if I'll call that one to beat 'em up, but I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. It was Spider-Man and X-Men. They were particularly the character model, like they were like very small, but my
Mhm.
goodness, the game was extremely difficult. It was
I don't
hard.
think they did because with Capcom and their beat 'em up, they have a unique look to them. They have a specific look to them, and I don't remember that game looking like that. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But yeah, I mean, this is a great collection. This is a great collection, and unfortunately, after the Street Fighter collection, they decided to try it, and that pisses me off. Because they didn't try with the Street Fighter collection. They didn't.
Now remember with they do have before that. I know what the collection you're talking about. Are you talking about the one with the Darkstalkers one? Is that the
Yeah.
collection you're talking about? With all the
Yeah.
Darkstalkers in it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But they had other Street Fighter collections that were good, like the one with the Third Strike and all the Street Fighter Two games. I don't know if you remember that
Yeah.
one, and the
Yeah.
one
No, I remember.
where
Yeah, I remember. I remember.
and I think they had one with all the Street Fighter Alpha. I can't
The
remember
Alpha
what's Street
collection.
Fighter.
Yeah. Alpha. The Alpha collection. Yeah, I have that one too.
Yeah. That one was also good. That one was
Yeah.
also good. So I mean, I see what you're saying, but they had I think enough Street Fighter collections to where you would be satisfied for what you have. Like I think, but I see I could understand your frustration though. I do.
Well, speaking of Street Fighter, I did buy Street Fighter. I bought Third Strike Online Edition on the Xbox for like $1. So
Wait. You what did you buy?
I bought Street Fighter Alpha, Third Strike Online Edition for like $1.
Wow, they actually had it for that price.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because the Xbox 360 digital store, it's ending, so they just put like a massive sale.
Oh, okay. So you bought it for the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like, yeah. This is the one I'm talking about. Do you remember this game? I don't know if you ever played this.
Hold on, let me yeah, share it when you get a chance. But in the meantime, let me read some more comments. Let me at least read some. I can't read all the comments today because we're in a hurry. Let me see. Uh, yeah, Mulder said that he loved Donkey Kong. Yeah, me too. Honestly, I'm
Yeah.
not sure if the young consumer can partake in classic JRPGs. Punisher is hard, and and Cuckoo couldn't beat it.
Yeah. Cool. His
Am
brother.
I am I
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Most
You
of the
said it
Marvel,
right.
okay, most of the Marvel joints went through Sega. Okay,
Yeah. Do you
so
remember?
this is
Do
the
you
game you're
remember
talking
playing?
about? Yeah, that's not. Yeah, Capcom.
Capcom
Yeah, I
did not
did.
make.
Yeah, I remember playing it. Capcom did not. No,
Did you ever beat this game?
no.
Dude, me and my brother would play the lights out of this game, and we could not beat it for nothing. We couldn't beat it. Like the game was extremely hard to play. But you're saying that you then
What?
you couldn't beat the
Wait, hold
game
on.
either.
I might be wrong here. I might be wrong here.
Hmm.
Let me. Okay, you know what? Let me look this up because even though, like I just say that those games have a particular look to them, right?
Yeah.
The fighter. This looks like Mega Man.
You know what? You're right.
This
You
looks
know
like
what? You're right. You are absolutely right.
okay. So yeah. So I'm going to look this up real quick, and if it is a Capcom game, then it should be in the collection, as far as I'm concerned.
Ah, yes.
All right, so I'm going to look this up right now.
Yeah. While you look it up, go ahead. Yeah, because look, even when you pick as the other characters, like this one here, you play as Wolverine. I remember my brother. He actually beat this stage. Um, with this game, yeah, regardless of which character you choose, it does have that Mega Man type of feel. It does.
Okay. The game was made by LGN. Now,
Who the hell are they?
this is funny. Okay, if okay, have you ever played WWF games on Super Nintendo?
Yes.
Yeah, they're the same company who makes that.
Are you for real?
Yeah, they're the same company that makes that.
No freaking way. No freaking way. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see this when you play. So Capcom had nothing to do with this.
I don't believe. No, I don't think so. No,
Hmm.
I don't believe so. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't say anything about it here.
Wow. Okay.
So,
All right.
Yeah, but
Well,
I do remember playing those games. Those games were hard.
yeah, yeah, especially here in this stage when you play as Gambit. Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
that one was that one. This one, and let me see. As soon as you start the game, let me see if it's right here. Hang on a second. Maybe if I can find it. Yeah, right here. There was this huge boulder that came after you. I don't know if you remember, but this huge boulder. Okay, it's not going to show it on here, but oh my gosh, I'm like, how in the world can you get through this game and this stage? I should say, it was crazy. But yeah, all right, yeah, we can move on. So Capcom had nothing to do with this, and
No.
so since they didn't, okay, I guess we'll let them slide. It can't be in the collection if they didn't make it.
Okay. Then I'm just all
Now,
right. So then they showed enough. Hmm.
now,
Yeah, some of this
so
stuff don't interest me. But
is this a day one buy for you? The collection.
um, hmm. You know what? I would say yes. Only because you guys, if you guys want to play it, then yeah, I'll buy it.
Oh, so you will only play it if we wait if we want you to
No, cause
buy it.
yeah, no, because like obviously, when we get together to do our game nights or whatever, we have certain games that we buy and play and stuff like that. And I'm assuming Marvel's Capcom 2 is going to be that game.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'll buy it. So yeah, I'll buy it. I'll buy it. Just like how I bought Smash Brothers. Like I have Smash Brothers and I barely play it. But
Okay.
I know that you guys, when you guys come over, and let's say if you don't bring your Switch or whatever, at least we have the Switch here, and we have the game here.
Yeah.
One more thing, I do want to point out one more thing. The game's not coming out. That collection not coming out on Xbox. Not coming out on Xbox.
Do you? I find it to be very interesting why they decided to exclude the Xbox console.
I did hear a comment, like we can't get deep into it because like I said, I gotta go.
Yeah.
But I did hear a logical explanation for it that does make sense.
Okay.
And like I said, we'll make it a topic next time. Next time we do a podcast, we'll make it a topic because it makes
Let's
all
do
the
it next
sense.
week.
Yeah, we'll do it next week. We'll do it next week. But yeah, the game's not coming out on Xbox, so that's a fail. That's a fail. Everything else,
What
like
was the comment
what?
about why it wasn't gonna be
Oh,
released?
well, no, I don't know why it's not getting released, but like there was a guy who was talking about why certain games are not coming out on the Xbox, and his reasoning for it makes all the sense in the world, and it has to do with Game Pass.
I freaking know it. I know it.
And you know what I'll do if I have a chance, because I'm probably gonna be really busy tomorrow. But if I do have a chance, I will make a solo video about it, and then we'll talk about it on the podcast. Hopefully Monday after the Panthers win the championship. So yeah. So I mean, I'm looking at some of these other stuff. Like I don't Hello Kitty. You don't want to talk about that.
No.
Disney Elysium. I don't give a shit about that. Come on,
No.
Luigi Mansion HD2 HD. Like really?
Yeah, they have a Luigi's Mansion game. Now, I'll say this, and I'll be quite frank with you and everybody on here. I am a big fan of the Luigi's Mansion franchise. The game. This is the type of stuff where I truly do appreciate when Nintendo actually put effort of making their games different from the original franchises. Like that Luigi's Mansion plays nothing like Mario. Plays absolutely nothing like a Mario game. You
No,
know what I'm saying? Like
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Even though it's not my cup of tea. I do appreciate that.
yeah. So I do like the fact that it does feel different. And as far as this though, by the way, I can't see anything, by the way. You're not sharing it.
No, I'm
As
not sure.
far
I'm
as
not
this,
sure. I'm not sure.
no, but I can't see the screen.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
not really sure.
okay, yeah. But am I getting it? I don't know. It depends. It depends on the price. Depends on the price.
Yeah, I'm just looking at some of the other stuff here. I don't see anything that's interesting to me.
Ace Attorney. I never, dude. That was one of the games I always said that I wanted to at least try it out because I could not understand the hype over this game, and I guess it's somewhat like you're like somewhat of a detective to some degree, and
You're an
I do
attorney.
like yeah you because you're an attorney, and I do like video games where it allows you to put your thinking cap on. I do appreciate those type of games. So, but the thing is with this, I never gave it an opportunity. Not that I don't want to. I just it was just a game that was just so easily forgotten. And then I just forget about it, and I just know I no longer. Not that I'm not interested. I just never had a chance. But I really want to give the game a shot. But yeah, we can move on because I know you don't care about it.
And then Phantom Brave.
I don't know what that is. Yeah.
We got some farm games. 100 Line. Romancing Saga. I mean, right now it's just a bunch of games that I don't care about, and
Yeah, a lot of them are RPG games, and I know you don't care about RPGs.
yeah, okay, and that's it. There's no more after this.
No, no,
So,
hold on, hold on. What happened to that? What happened to that other game? The what was it called? Mayo or Ayo?
'cause I think I saw it here. You interested in that game?
Yeah. Well, where is it? Phantom? No, not that one. Damn, I didn't know you skipped all of these.
Yeah, I
Uh,
did.
that one, that one. Yeah, yeah. Play that, play that, play that, play that, play that. I don't know if it's called what Mio,
Well,
Mayo,
what's your
something,
thoughts?
something.
All right, what's your thoughts about the?
Yeah.
Do you have thoughts
What is
about
it
the
gonna
game?
is it gonna play that every single time when you try to play a video?
Oh, it's gonna do it all the time. It's gonna do it all the time. What are your thoughts on the game?
Yeah. The game the game looks like a simple decent like a simple platformer. I don't know who's making this game. I have no clue who's making this game, but maybe it's at the bottom, maybe it's underneath. But anyway, I want to try this game out for sure. Is it a day one buy for me? No, no,
No, I didn't say it here.
no. It's not a day one buy for me. But as I was watching the gameplay footage, I should say, I said this game looks interesting. I said this game looks interesting. Obviously a different look, a different character, and yeah, again, it is a platformer, but I do want to try the game out. I really want to give this game a try. I've always been somebody who supports new IPs, new different ways to play, etc., new characters, whatever. And this is part of it. And I do think this is interesting. I know it doesn't interest you, and I'm pretty sure you don't even have a good reason why, but you think the character looks lame.
No, it just I mean, I don't really have much else to say about it. Like, I'm not saying the game looks bad. I just don't care, and I'm in a hurry. So
Does the game look good?
I mean, it looks fine. I'm not gonna buy it.
Okay. But yeah, this game is also on my list to buy. I'm interested in this game.
Okay.
But anyway, I know you we have to I know we have to get out of here because you have to go to work.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
So
you said yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Fine. Anyways, all right. So on that note, let me do a shout out. All right, Rodolphe, thank you for watching. Malta, thank you for watching. My computer's frozen right now. Is it frozen? Okay. Yeah, Rodolphe, Malta, thank you guys for watching. Who else was here? I know Nolan, thank you for watching. Quentin, thank you for watching. David, thank you for watching. Kidvid, thank you for watching. And yeah, I think that's it. That's it. Yeah, so guys, thank you guys for watching. Obviously we had to cut the podcast a little bit short because I have to go to work. But
Again.
yeah, but like I said, hopefully Monday we'll do a show Monday. Like I said, if the Panthers lose on Friday, then the last game, 7th game is gonna be Monday, and I'm not doing a podcast Monday.
No,
I
no,
just,
no, it's here's if would you be willing to do a quick discussion on it if the Panthers win?
yeah, sure,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I'm gonna watch it also. I'm gonna watch it also.
But But if they win Friday, then
Okay,
would
yeah,
you wouldn't you want to do something like that on Friday? We'll see.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. I'll be down.
okay.
I'll be
So yeah,
down.
so hopefully go let's go Panthers. Hopefully they win Friday. So if they win Friday, then we could do a podcast Monday, and then I'll do some gloating about them winning. But if they have to play Game 7 on Monday, then no podcast unless if they lose. I don't know if I can come on and talk to you. I don't know if I can come on and talk to you. But
uh,
if they win, then yeah, I'm definitely I'm good.
okay.
So
So yeah. So all that being said, like unfortunately, everyone, we had to stop early. But we will discuss the rest of the topics next week because I don't know if I'll have time to do it this week. But we will definitely be there on Monday if there is no Game 7. So yeah, one last thing. I will do a quick review on this. I actually have the physical here. I will do a quick review, but once again, shout out on Eric July and the Ripperverse and the Saska Sisters. A fantastic book. I honestly believe you guys should check it out. So if you're a comic book reader, check this book out. He's Eric July, the Ripperverse, and I'll try to do a quick review either on my own channel or Ruben says do it. Oh yeah, highlight his highlight Ruben's comment. He goes, do it on your channel. All right, yeah, I'll try to do it on my channel, and then what we could do is I'll just do a quick brief summary in the overrated podcast. Because now I'm telling you right now, this book is amazing. Yara, she's phenomenal character. So big shout out once again to you, Eric July and the Saska sisters for writing this book. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll see you guys on Monday, maybe. This is
hopefully.
the traditionalist 101 signing out, and have a good one.
All right, who will be 186? I'll see you guys later.